Jesus.
Kiss me, dangerous. Been so lost without you all about me.
Wow. Yes. So here we are. Welcome to my channel officially. Now this is a proper intro, and I'm going to do a wig install because I told you earlier that I'm going for a photo shoot, and the shoot is supposed to start at around 2, and right now it's at 12:45, so I'm good with the timings. So this is my fit for today, but I'm going to change when I go to the shoot. So I normally, when I'm doing a wig install, because of my hair, I don't have the cornrows, I like putting on 2 wig capes so that the head can be flat, and also I like using this brown cape so that it matches with my skin, so that the lace part looks like it's scalp. The hair comes from the roots. So after that I go with this, oh god, this is my best glue I like using to lay my wigs, and this is got to be, I'll link in the bio where I got this from. Even this, I pair these two to lay down the wig in its place. Let's get into it. Today is story time day, and I'm gonna share what I've been through, my childhood memories, and some of which they were very, very traumatizing, and I'm going to share one of them with you guys today. That this is not a bald cap method. I'll show you a bald cap method in another video with new hair, of course, because the hair that I'm going to use, I've already used it before. I used it just the other day, so it has like foundation and glue build-up. It's not that, it's just the build-up. So today I'm going to share with you how a thief found me sleeping in my room. Yes, yeah, anilipata. The thief came into my room and found me there. First I put on the wig to see where to reach. Oh yes, nice. So Jesus. Anyway, so I'm going to place it so that I know where it's going to reach with my hairline, and I want it to stay somewhere else. So there it is. So I know the point where my lace should be lying, and it's here. So don't ask me why don't you draw, like mark the points. It's because I already know. I know my face, I know where the lace is. But when I install on a client's head, I put some marks so that I don't miss it. So once that is established, I take my got to be water resistant spiking glue. This is a lifesaver. It's water resistant, and it's ideal for scream hold. Now, story time. So at this time and this point in my life, this happened like how many years ago? Like 15 years ago, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it happened like 15 years ago, and it happened when I was a young teenager. I was just in my teenagehood, in my adolescent stage. So at that point is where I'm very cranky, I'm very clumsy, I'm very just moody, because you know, with teenagers and adolescent stage, you just want to be alone. You feel like you are grown up, and you feel like you have the entire world to yourself. And it's that stage where you feel like you've accomplished a lot in life, you have your shit together, you have everything that you deserve, like you are a grown-up, but where you're just getting started with adulthood and teenagehood. So at this time, I used to live, I basically grew up as a lone child, because I would say that because I have siblings older than me, way older than me, but at that time and the better part of my life, I grew up alone because they were in school, some were in college, some were in high school and boarding school, and mostly we used to meet when they used to they used to come for the holidays, and it was like a 1 month to 3 weeks stay with them. So I never got to bond with my siblings when I was young, and I tend to bonded with my siblings now that I am a grown-up. Now that we are all grown up, we have our lives going on, everyone is a grown-up, they are married, they have kids. Now is the time that we are getting that time to bond, because at that time we were not bonding. Like bonding, it was not that time. I used to see them as strangers, honestly, because like, how the hell are you coming to our house for 3 weeks, then you go for like 3 months? No. So once I'm done with the glue, I let it dry until it becomes gloopy and sticky, so that I can be able to install the wig. Now, so this time I'm a teenager, I'm my mom's assistant, because when you're a teenager at that age, you're literally your mom's assistant. You're being sent everywhere, you're being told to do anything. You're the one doing the chores, you're the one attending to the visitors, you're the one cooking the tea for Mama Wachama. You are literally your mother's handbag. And at that point, I was playing that part very well, because me and my mom at that point, we were very close. We became so close at that time because we were, honestly, 80% of the time we used to spend time with her. 80% of the time I used to be with her. I used to go to work with her. The same case with my dad. I used to spend most of the time with him. And honestly, growing up, they really understood me, and that's what helped me, even in being who I am today, because they knew me, they knew my character, my personality, and everything from it. I'm combing this week. So I'm now laying the wig on the glue, because the glue is kind of tacky and sticky. So how do you know that the glue is tacky and sticky? You take a comb and you start patting the glue. You'll see it's sticky on the comb. So I make sure where I had drawn in my imagery, I know where. So you make sure the lace part is very, very clear from the hairs, and that is how you know for you to have a seamless and a flawless lace lay down. Okay, so I'm a teenager at this point. I need some privacy. You can already tell that it's already laid, but I like going with the got to be spray on top of it. Ooh, this thing is so cold, man. Shit. Small band, because I don't like that hash line on the hair when the wig is already laid. It looks so tacky and unfinished. So at this time, I already said I'm a teenager. I need some me time, I need some privacy, meaning that I am sleeping alone. Oh, shit. I'm sleeping alone, and we don't have a house manager, so it's basically my mom, my dad, and I. So you make sure even the sides are laid. So it's my mom, my dad, and I in the house, because the house manager used to come on a daily, not on a daily, on day shift. Yes. So okay, yes, this one. Okay, where is this one? Making sure the hair is out of the way, then I come here second time and ouch, and I tie it from here. Make sure there's no hair to avoid breakage. So at this time we are living the three of us in the house. My dad used to come late kidogo at like 10, 11 there. My mom used to like with her the better part of the evening. So this one fateful night, that night, I still remember it till today. Like, yo, what was that? Now this is where the tea is. This night I will never ever forget. So we had dinner. My mom had cooked dinner. So it was around 8 there. It was around 8 in the evening. So we had dinner. And you are now ready to watch those soap operas for Kitambo. You remember Storm Over Paradise, In the Name of Love, Ruby, and another one called that one for the ranches. That one. So by that night, that time, it was the In the Name of Love soap opera. The Akina Paloma, Madam, the wicked Miss Carlotta. Yes, that one. So we were eagerly waiting for Madam Carlotta to terrorize Akina Paloma. So we were waiting for that soap opera. So we used to eat like haraka. By 7:30, by 8, we were already done with the food. We were already eating. We were already in the sitting room. We are waiting for Madam Carlotta. So we are now at the sitting room. We have eaten. We had cooked some. I remember that day like it was yesterday. We had cooked ugali and some omena. I used to love omena. I still love omena. So I'm going for a pushback look. That's why I'm doing a push. You can already see the lace is melting. It's melting on the scalp. That's why it's important you put a brown wig in. So tuko hapo with my mom. We are eating. We are watching Paloma, Mrs. Carlotta, being the wicked lady she is. And we were enjoying the show, honestly. And it used to end at 8:30. It was like a 30-minute soap opera, and now it was time for it to end. So by 8:30, the soap was over. By 9, it was my bedtime. So we waited, watched the news for 9 p.m. and now it was time to go to sleep. And at that time, my dad was not at home because I said earlier, my dad used to come home late at some 8, earliest 10. But some of the days used to come earlier kidogo. But I used to get used to him getting home at 10. And he used to find me awake at times and sometimes not awake. So I'm spraying this TCB sheen spray to give the hair sheen and that effect. Honestly, I love using TCB products, but this bunch they released the other day, this spray, it's so choking. TCB, I would love to work with you sometime, but this one, I'm giving you my honest review. This sheen spray that you released the other day, because the other times it was not like this, it's choking, and it's choking my clients. So maybe it's the formula that you used this time, it was not giving, but I love your products. But this range, get somebody else to do it. I should stop saying that phrase. So the hair is laid, as you can see. The reason why I don't like the thick bands is because this skin line that comes here. So I prefer using these small ones so that it's only laying the lace and the lace alone. So I leave this for like 15 or 30 minutes. As I do my makeup, it'll still be on. Now we finished watching the soap opera In the Name of Love, and that night Paloma's mom was thrown down the stairs and she died. It was a very sad night for us. So PM is here. I'm ready to go to bed. Nimepiga nguo za shule pasi. My clothes are ironed. For those who don't understand Swahili, my clothes are ironed. My shoes are polished. My bags are packed. My homework is done. I'm ready to sleep because I was a day scholar and I used to go to school at 6 a.m. So meaning by 5:30, by 5 I'm awake. By 6 I'm already out of the house because I used to go to a public school and I used to walk all the way from home to school, like a 30-minute walk. And used to go with other students. That is not important. Here is the tea. So I went to bed. We prayed with my mom, and that day, funny thing, my mom did not close the kitchen door. For some reason, she just forgot how to close the kitchen door. We closed all the doors. We closed the guest bathroom, the guest toilet, we closed the sitting room, we closed the kitchen room, we closed the pantry store. And that day, she did not close the kitchen door. Yeah. Reo madhe na mabiririe hau. Mashida zilipoanzia hapo. When the problem started from there, that was the beginning of a long night. Mom has not closed the kitchen door. My dad is not yet home. And me, I'm asleep because I'm a very, very light sleep. I sleep easily. Like, I just sleep. When I get into bed, it's bedtime, I just zone out and I slept. So I had my dad coming at some 10:30. He came to my room, said hi to me, told me good night, and he went to sleep. And we slept. So my dad that night, normally I used to go to school with my lunch was 20 shillings that time. My dad used to leave 20 shillings on top of the TV stand. That was my lunch, 20 shillings. And that day, because it was on a Monday, he left 50 shillings for the entire week. Tell me how you are surviving with 50 shillings for the rest of the week. Lunch. But it was a lot of money because cheapo was like, fries were like 10 shillings or 5 shillings depending on the size of the quantity that you want. Lunch fries were 5 shillings and pudding was, I used to take pudding, yes. Pudding was also 5 shillings and juice was 10 shillings. The fresh juice was 10 shillings. And ice cream, those two, zile ice creams za kitambo za mawe. Yes, the frozen ice cream that used to be made by Juice Cola and Food Color. It was 5 shillings. So 20 shillings, honestly speaking, was enough for me. So because it was on a Monday, my dad left like 50 shillings for the entire week because I used not to finish the 20 shillings in one day. I used to save for that because the budget was tight. I think everybody's asleep. The door's mom has closed her door. And I used not to close my bedroom door. Because I didn't feel safe when I closed the door. I wanted my mom to have access to my room, even if when I'm asleep, so that she can come, call me when I'm late, and that's why I never closed my door with the keys. It was always not locked. Yes. Red flag number 2. Red flag number 1, mom did not close the kitchen door. Red flag number 2, I don't close my bedroom. Also, red flag number 3, my dad on that day left 50 shillings on the TV stand for the entire week. Hiyo ilikuwa pesa ya wiki mzima. He left them there. Yeah? So we are sleeping. Me, I'm a very, very light sleeper. Any small movement, any noise, even if you are coughing from the next room, if you are yawning, if you are whispering, I'm all eyes. I just wake up na ninasikia everything. So this time it's like in the wee hours of the night, like where people are asleep. I was also so deep into sleep. Yani I was so sleepy. Then all of a sudden I had someone knocking something. I woke up and I'm like, what is that? Nikasikia ku. I thought maybe it's the neighbor's dog or the neighbor doing something. But in my head, I'm like, it's too late. I check my kabambe, I had like a small phone. I used to check the time. It's around 3:20, 3:10 there. I'm like, don't mind the outside noise. It's because of the trucks. So at that moment in time, I'm thinking, what's the reason? What is that? Then the next noise I heard was like someone was cutting something into something metallic. You know, when you will know when a metal is being cut. I heard that, and he was doing that on intervals. He or she, I don't know, was doing that in intervals. And I'm like, who is building right now? Nani anajenga nyumba saizi? Who is doing that at this time? It cannot be. Pause on that. I'll be using these temptation braids as my extensions to make something cute, to make something adorable, and I'll show you at the end of the video how this will turn out, because I also don't know how this will turn out, but I'll be using this as my back extension just to give that vavavoom and creative touch. Moving on, as I tell you the story, I'll be untangling this. I'm hearing the metal being cut. I'm hearing something is being hit, and it kept me wondering, what is that and who is that? My mind is all over the place. My heart is pounding. I am sweating. I feel like going to the washroom. I am not easy because that is not normal. All of a sudden, I hear poop. Nasikia mtu ameingia kwa nyumba. Remember, the kitchen door is not open, meaning that this person is passing through the pantry or the kitchen window, and he was cutting the grills. Nimesikia, the guy is in the building. Mark you, my dad, I can hear my dad snoring from the other room because our rooms were slightly closer to each other. I could hear him snore. Yes. So he was not aware of the happenings. Me on the other side, I am sweating. I'm pinching myself to see if I'm dreaming. I am literally shaking because what in the hell is this? Someone is in the house. I cannot scream. I cannot call my mom. I cannot move because one wrong move and I'm gone. Yes. Minutes later, I hear the man in the sitting room, and immediately I knew my lunch money is gone. I knew from that point, pesa zangu za lunch, my weekly lunch, my weekly allowance is gone, because it was visible, it was there. And true to be told, he took the money. So he took some time in the sitting room, and at that point I was thinking, should I go call my mom? Should I go knock at my mom's door? Should I call my mom? But what if her phone is on? It has sound. What if her phone is on? It can be heard. There's a ringtone. What if it's on vibration? What if she won't hear my phone call? So I just decided to remain still and see what will happen next. 5 minutes later, I hear footsteps approaching our rooms. Yes. And the closer they got, the louder they became. My dad is still snoring in the room. Wow. Mimi, I'm there, shaking, sweating. I literally, all mixed reactions. I didn't know what will happen next, and I was so disconcerted. I was everywhere. My mind, my heart, everything. I was even praying inwards. Ndani nilikuwa naomba moyo. I was praying my last prayers because I don't know. And I couldn't move. I couldn't go to my mom's room because I don't know how many people are in the house. Literally, I don't know how many people are in the house. I might just come out of the door and I'm down. So I just waited. So I could see from my door, I could see the flash of the torch. You can see when someone is walking, you can see the flash and the light. So I could see. And the closer he came, the brighter the light was. So I just lay there. He passed the first guest room because he knew no one was in that room. He passed my mom's room. And whose room was he approaching? My room. My room. He was approaching my room. And there I am, praying my last prayers. It was the worst day of my life. Where? I was literally praying for my life. I was repenting, I was overlooking I was just counter-checking on the things that I have done over time, and I was honestly ready to just surrender my life, because this is a matter of life and death. You don't know what will happen next. You don't know what intentions these people have. Do they want to kill you? Possibly. Do they want to violate you? Possibly. Do they want to torture you? Possibly. Do they want to kidnap you? High chances are. Do they want to sexually assault you? Very much. 100% possibilities. So it was a moment where I was ready for anything I was ready for anything with anyone, and I was ready just to. When people say your life flashes right in front of you, that was the moment. And I knew clearly, Aki, today we are not making, today we are not surviving this place. There's no way. He's there. So he approaches my room. I see my doorknob turning and moving. And at that point, I cannot open my eyes, because how should I open my eyes? So I was literally squinting my eyes like this. Yeah, I can see, but I cannot see. I can see, but my eyes are closed, but I can see. And if you ever had someone, directing a torch towards you, you cannot see anything. It's so bright, you cannot even see the other person. So the guy enters my room, and I pretend like I am dead asleep. I could not even breathe, because how could you breathe? You cannot make any sound. You cannot do anything. And I'm just there. I was waiting for bullets in my head. I was waiting for stabs. I was waiting for blows. I was literally ready for anything at that time. He came by my bedside, took my phone, looked around. When he was looking around, I saw he had the big scissors, using it the big scissors. He had them on here behind, and some armed machetes and everything. He had them. So at that time, I'm not even breathing. I'm just praying and sweating. Because who is this? Na huyu ni nani? Yes, that was it. So he took my phone. I was like, take it. My mom also never used to lock her bedroom, because there were times I used to wake up very early, and she used to get late to take me to school and prepare me to school. So she used not to lock the door. So the guy did his scouting and did his shenanigans there, and he left. I sighed a sigh of relief, but I was not yet done. I was still in that dilemma. What if this person comes back? I was so ready. I sent a sigh of relief, and I was like, no, wait, the night is not yet over. He is not yet done. So he went to my mom's room. He opened the door slowly. My dad is still snoring. I didn't see anything. And at that point is where you realize that this life you are on your own. Even the people you think that will protect you and will be there for you and will come through for you, where they will not be there for you, and you will not be protected by anyone, and no one will save your ass. Yes, no one will save you, honestly. So they were there. He went into my room. Suddenly, I heard my mom exclaiming, "Woo, woo, Jesus Christ! Wewe mama nyamaza." Oh my God! Woi, mkubwa, akiwoi, akitapa. Now that's the sound I was hearing, and let me tell you, it was the worst voices of my life. Hearing my mom negotiating with this guy, telling him to take everything, and my mom at some point was hiding some money under the bed and she was saying, Mama unaficha nini? Ui, mkubwa hapana, akizi ni pesa za chama. Unaficha nini? Toa! Imagine hearing such voices and such negotiations. Then my dad woke up at that point. Wewe mzee, rudi hapo. Unaenda wapi? Yeah. So explain to me how I'm supposed to feel at that time. Mkubwa, chukua kila kitu. Leta kila kitu. My mom gave out her phone, my sister's phone, my brother's phone, my dad's phone. He literally went with everything. And the point that we knew this guy was alone is when he said, mtawasha alarm, muniitie makarao. Will you switch on the alarm to call the cops? My mom was like, hatuwezi fanya hivyo mkubwa, hatuwezi ita makarao, wewe chukua tu kila kitu na uende. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm in my room. Because he thinks I'm asleep. My heart was racing. The whole time. So the guy took everything. He made my mom face the wall and my dad face the wall. He took everything. It was now at this point is like at 4:20, 4:30. I've removed the band and the lace is laid to rest. R.I.P. That's at this time now, at this point, this guy is now in a rush to go. Yes, this guy is getting, the light is coming, the sun is rising, and he has to go. The mission is not accomplished. He has to take some few more things. And he was now panicking now himself because my dad was now getting angry and agitated because why is this single armed man terrorizing 3 people in this house? Why? And I'm the man of the house. Much tension in the house, and I'm trying to be like, things have just moved slowly and smoothly. Can this man just go? He gotta go. Like he has to go because it's getting, the sun is rising and he's still in the house. So I feel bad for him, but at the same time, I want him to be caught and to be taken to jail. So I'm going to go with this freeze one last time here. So my dad is very, very agitated. He wants to take this man down, and my mom is like, just calm down. Just calm down. Let him go. So he was such in a hurry. He was so anxious. He was so not easy. He took everything at ease. He was like, "Icheni makarao, ekeni alarm, fanya kenye mnataka kufanya sasa." And he went. Just like that, he went. And I was like, wow, finally. I saw death here. So he went. At that point, I was like, I went to my mom's room. I asked her, what's happening? Who was that? Like, I had someone in the house, and she was like, no, it's your drunk uncle who came and he was causing some tantrums. And I'm like, what? The audacity. Do you know I had everything? And at that point I told her, Mom, I had everything. I had him enter, and she was like, I'm like, why? I love you all, but no. I couldn't. At that point, I was not selfish, but I was just saving our lives. Because if I made a move, if I made him angry, and if I made him know that he has been hurt, he could have taken the next step of executing all of us. So I got ready to go to school and everything, and I took breakfast. I was still in shock. I was still digesting the whole process and scenario, and my dad was like, don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this. And I'm like, bottom of what? And he was snoring the entire time this man was wet. So something happened. So when I was going to school, when I was on my way to school, because I told you I never went to the bus to school, we never had a bus like to pick us, so I used to walk from home to school. It was like a 30 minutes, so I don't have money for lunch. My dad had to give me some more money because my only money that I had was taken. And my mom she used to take me to a certain point, meet with the other kids, then we go together. Something strange happened when we were going to school with my mom, and we saw a guy with a Marvin, a black jacket, and a bag fully stuffed with items, and he was very, very, very not at peace at all. He was so, what is it, what's his name? He was so suspicious. No, there's another name. He was so not at ease. He was so looking around, walking so fast, and we knew this one is the one. But because we were not sure and we never wanted anything, just because of material things that we could buy and replace, no, just get somebody else to do it, not us. So since then, that was part of the traumas that I have till to date, because today I will never sleep in a room that is not locked. I'd rather put a table or something that will, make me feel safe. And nowadays, and it took me so long to sleep alone in my own room, because after that I slept in my mom's room for quite some months, because I was so afraid, I was so scared of like the whole scenario. So guys, don't worry, the lace is already melted on the scalp, but I will pass through when I'm done with my makeup. I'll pass through the foundation and the powder to match the entire skin. But this is basically what we mean by laying this wig to rest. So I put it on the eye, my ears, so that it's blending and it's nice, slicky. So that was one of my childhood memories, and some of the things that happened in my life that up to date they still affect me. I never got over it. I just got used to the trauma and that whole scenario. But looking back, we could have lost our lives there. We could have, a lot of things could have happened, but we thank God nothing happened. He took things which we later on replaced, like my phones, our phones we replaced with better phones. Our gas cooker we replaced the Kameko, the small one, we replaced it. Our sandwich maker we replaced it. He took, and that's how we knew that this guy was man solo, because if they were a lot they could have taken the TV, the home theater, everything, but he only took things that he could carry alone, meaning that this guy was man solo. And since then we were so keen on locking the doors, we were so keen on putting more grills on the windows, because we lived like we were in the US. Like even our gate our gate was see-through. Like our house was just like so easy and to access, so we put some very strict security measures. We had a CCTV, we have now a CCTV, and at that time I realized that life is not what you expect it to be, and things might happen in a fraction of a second. You can open your eyes, you can close your eyes, opening your eyes, there's a flash, a torch flash on your face, and that's it. People get killed, people get sexually assaulted. And just like previous day, the day before that day, there was another house which was raided, and the woman and the mother of the house was raped. So we literally thank God, because nothing bad happened to us. It's just the material things and money that was taken from us. Otherwise, guys, I'll be back with my makeup done. Hope you enjoyed that small story. I might not be very, very, fluent and going with the flow, but maybe Nico, yes. But I will improve better when I get to do this more and more often. I'm going to do my makeup because it's actually 2. The shoot is supposed to start at 2. And I'm not yet done with my makeup. I'm not yet done with this hair. I'm not yet sure what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to do something nice and something crazy and something creative. But right now at this point, let me go do my makeup. And so yeah guys, I must admit that I look so good. So I just did this extension behind just to add some texture and vavavoom, but as you can see, the wig is laid. I added these tendrils here behind, here by the side. Thank you for watching this first episode, like a mini episode of my YouTube channel. To many more storytellings, to many more get ready with me. Now I'm going for the shoot and I am 1 hour late. I am not proud of that, but the rest are not yet there, so I'm in good time. So thank you so much guys. Let's meet at the next YouTube video. Let's connect with me. Enjoy the Johnny Mongai gang. Johnny Hair Designer, Johnny Mongai, whichever name you feel comfortable referring me to. I am here for you guys, and I'm here to entertain you and to educate you, and that's it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this video. To many more, to many more. This is just by the beginning, and I know I look so good. I have snapped. See ya. Let me spray this. TCB, do something about this shin spray. It's really choking. Yeah, and not the good choke.